a high school like any other, but with a dark secret. It lurks in bathrooms, backpacks, pockets, and cars. There's so many things here! Comes in different shapes, sizes, colors, and flavors, like menthol, mint, mango, and even creme brulee. Kids call it vapes, jewels, even drip. According to the CDC, over 2 million high school students vape, and more are trying it every day. We sat down with student officer, What makes this new trend so popular and hard to stop? We sat down with student resource officer John Regal to find out more.
Hi, Phil. Good, Mr. Price. Doing good, bud. How are you?
Excellent. Where are you from?
Officer Eagle. Officer Eagle. Officer Eagle.
So what's the point of like a huge bag of mints?
Oh, well, when you're juuling, if you want to get rid of the smell.
Ooh,
Yes.
can I borrow some of those?
No. Yeah.
How are
Take
e-cigarettes different than regular tobacco?
So obviously regular tobacco is a natural product rolled into a paper form and used with heat and smoked. Vaping is used through the use of a battery, heating element, and then what they call a juice, which is a liquid that contains the nicotine.
Are they safer than regular tobacco?
I think that's a little undetermined at this point. The FDA hasn't come out with anything yet on them. There's been certainly studies that show that they do have negative effects on people, such as wet lung and popcorn lung and whatnot. Obviously, nicotine, they contain nicotine, which has been there's enough information out there now to show that's bad for you to get addicted to. But I think a lot of it's undecided yet because they're fairly new on the market within the last 10 years or so. So there hasn't been a lot of long-term studies. So.
Could you explain what wet lung and popcorn lung are?
So wet lung is it's I don't know the exact medical diagnosis for it, but it's basically your lungs start to fill up with liquid, which can be deadly. Popcorn lung they call it that because like microwave popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
In the factories where it was created, people started getting that, and they found it was from what they call diacetyl, which is an additive that was in it, which is found in quite a few of the flavors of vape.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How many e-cigarettes have you confiscated?
How many e-cigarettes? Probably over, let's give a year term. I usually probably get 25 or 30 a year. So.
What do you do with them?
Right now I just have a collection of them sitting on my desk. Eventually when I get enough I'll take them up probably to the transfer station where they can dispose of them because they're LiPo batteries.
What happens to a student when they're caught juuling?
So obviously it's on the school side it's an automatic suspension from school. There can be criminal or civil penalties along with that. If you're selling jewels or whatnot, you can get in trouble for that obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Or the law. So
How long has vaping been an issue?
vaping, as far as an issue in our district, I probably saw a huge increase about 2.5-3 years ago, where it really started becoming pretty prominent. Last year even was probably the biggest bloom of vaping going on in the schools. So.
Do you think this year it's going to be even bigger?
So, yeah, I think it's been pretty consistent. I don't know that it's growing anymore. I think it's pretty widely used now amongst youth. So.
So right now, we're driving up to Wells High School to meet the Kingpin. We've learned that he is here trying to sell jewels to underage kids right now, so we got some backup with the police, so we'll see how this goes.
Wait, is that a cop?
No, what cop? What cop are you talking about? That one right there?
No. What is this freak, man? Uh-oh. Do you actually go to jail for jeweling?
No, we can't really do that. I never read this before. Why don't you take a seat?
I'm already sitting.
Take a seat.
I said I'm already sitting.
That's what they all said. So what are you doing here?
Not selling a jewel to underage kids.
You know you can get fired for that, right?
At least I'm still in school.
You're also suspended.
No. If I can't go to school, where can I jewel?
In court, you disgusting vapist. Did you know that one jewel pod contains as much nicotine as 20 cigarettes?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh is right. When you mix lead, tin, nickel, and some other word I can't pronounce, it makes a mess in your lungs. And you're also at risk of getting popcorn lung.
Popcorn lung sounds tasty.
It's not. When you have popcorn lung, your airways can close up.
Oh no.
You're going to jail, you filthy fiend.
Do you actually go to jail for jeweling?
No, we can't really do that to a minor.
Just press the power button.
I got it.
The big button that says power.
Alright.
Hey! How do I turn this off? How do I turn this off?
Just
No.
crank it that way.